And this is a new portion of our show, actually asked to do by Coach Leland Thompson himself. He'd like to know a little bit about the injuries and the upcoming bye week. What do we got here, Jeffro?
What I got here is a brief summary to help y'all out with your teams, who to play, who not to play. We have I picked about 6-7 people that I feel like would benefit. Alright, Fred Jackson, C.J. Spiller, questionable. If you watch that game against New England, I wouldn't start either of them for a couple weeks.
I think Coach Earl was pretty mad after that.
Yeah. Next, we have Dwayne Bowe, which is also questionable. Matt Forte didn't look questionable last night, but they have him listed, so pay attention to that. We have Keem Nicks, still doubtful. I know that's also hurting Coach Early because, I mean, I'm sure he wants to plug him in sooner than later.
He's played 1 week, put up 19 points. Can't get him on the field, Coach.
I'll tell you what, another 2 people that I'd keep an eye on if you own them, Matt Stafford and Calvin Johnson. They're listed as probable, but I'll tell you what, Calvin Johnson looked probable, like he had a concussion after Sunday night's game. But also, Steven Jackson, questionable with his groin injury. He's been very sluggish. Also, besides Pierre Garçon, questionable. Jets team. If you have, I don't know how to make this clear. If you have anybody on the Jets team, I just wouldn't play them at all. I mean, I'd go into detail more, but it looked like half the Jets team is listed on the injury report.
There's one thing you could take from this show, and any fantasy football knowledge that is, if you have a player playing for the Jets or for the Cowboys, drop them.
Yeah. Alright, also, besides the injury reports, we have bye-week teams. Also pay attention to this, because if you got a player on one of these teams, you need to sit him. I've seen a lot of mistakes happen not sitting bye-week players. This week, we have Dallas, Detroit, Oakland, and Tampa Bay all on bye week. So, pay attention, get in your shuffle around and submit that if you need to switch people out.
Yeah, this could be some bad points. Maybe you sit out one of your star players like Doug Martin. But for other people like Coach Early, Darren McFadden, week off might be a good thing. Get a different running back in there to see how it's going. So a lot can come from these bye weeks. We got a lot more headed up on here. Great new portion to our show. All right, and as a lot of you might have already known, the replacements refs was a disaster. I mean, they didn't just bounce checks; they bounced whole game.
Yeah.
That's Green Bay.
Yeah.
So, about to go down here to one of our affiliates, Cody Campbell, who is interviewing one of our replacement refs right now. Go ahead, Cody.
Hey guys, I'm here live. Cody Campbell here with one of the replacement refs. Excuse me, sir. How do you feel about not having a job anymore? I mean, we know you guys did your best, but this isn't a lingerie league. Do you have anything to say about what you might do in future occupation? Oh. Okay. Thanks for your time, sir.
All right. I guess they really don't have much to say, do they?
Yeah. He just looks like he's looking for work.
Throw the man a bone. All right. And in the last portion of our show, we will be previewing these Week 5 matchups. Got some good ones here for you. A lot of 2-2 teams playing each other. It's definitely going to be a moving week.
Yes.
Going to settle some of the divisions. And in our first game, we have the Sandusky Sodomizers against the Professional Chicken Chokers, Morgan Lightsey. Sandusky Sodomizers are actually not favored to win this one at all. Professional Chicken Chokers are favored by 21 points. Darren McFadden's out. C.J. Spiller hurt. Is Coach really going to be able to put this team together?
He's got to make some adjustments, but we'll see if he can. I mean, if anything, these first 4 weeks have shown us, these projections are not always guaranteed. So let's see if he can make some adjustments and see how that game turns out. Next game we have is $5 footlong versus Brando and the Wizards of Wine Country. Now this one picks the Wizards to win, but I mean $5 footlong's got to be hungry for that second win of the season. And even though, like I said, projections, Wizards picked to win, but neither of them have bye-week players this week. Let's see what happens.
Alfred Morris might have a good game. You never know. Josh Freeman.
Yep.
Brandon's got Josh Freeman. He'll be on the. He's got a bye week, so the door's open for Cody. Let's see if he could seize the day. Carpe diem. So, All right, and our third matchup is going to be Fear the Beard, Jack Culpepper against the Green Bowl Packers. We got the best team in the league right now as far as standings against one of the worst. You know, it is JP's birthday, and happy birthday, you know.
Happy birthday, JP.
We all know what you're doing.
Packing the Green Bowl.
Maybe you want to set it down because you got to get this lineup right. Chad is not to be overlooked at all. So Chad is actually favored, by 20 points here. In my mind, I don't think Coach Utley has enough firepower. You know, Peyton Manning, Chapel got him. It's going to be hard.
Yeah. What can you do to beat Fear the Beard? I mean, Chad has one player that will be off this week, but JP, that's just one.
The only good news about JP's team this week is that the Lions do have a bye week, correct?
Correct.
So that means Matt Stafford and his number 2 pick, actually don't play, so maybe we'll actually see some points put up at JP's quarterback position.
Yes. I feel like the way Stafford's been playing with that hip injury suffering from, I think the back will do just fine. Alright, next matchup we have is Honky Tonk for Donkey Gronk versus Phillies Fan for Life. Now, Honky Tonk for Donkey Gronk and Phillies Fan for Life are in the same division, and Coach Ballmer's on a hot streak right now. He's 3-1 leading the Buff division, but Phillies Fan for Life, after losing that close one last week, he's going to do everything he can, and I know he's got one player on bye week, but let's see if he can make some adjustments. These injuries and these, definitely elaborate on teams looking for trades and stuff too, because you just got to make adjustments as going into week 5. We'll see how both teams react.
I actually do like Coach Koppler's team. I think Jake's had some lucky weeks. His one loss did come against Wesley Roundtree, I think, maybe. But this can't stay up for much longer. The separation between forever and always, it's going to hurt him at some point.
Yeah, it's good. That must end up being a factor in him missing the playoffs. But next game we have is One Pump Chumps versus Annexation of Puerto Rico. Now, Team Bowen, it's not even really projected to be a close game. I don't know if anybody's looked at this already, but right now 101 to 135, and Team Woods is sitting at 500 overall, but he's projected to put up some firepower. Hopefully, I see that Coach Bowen has one player on bye week this week. Hopefully it's his quarterback, because he's missing about 35 points. So,
call me crazy, but I actually think the Annexation of Puerto Rico team and not the Fargar Footlongs are the worst team in the league right now. You just got to think, Coach Bird is going to get his ass off the couch and do something, but I don't see the determination in Coach Bowen's eyes, and honestly, I think their team just sucks.
Yeah,
So I'm going to look for the One Pump Chumps to easily just walk away with this victory.
I'm looking for Justice King to be brand new next week.
All right, now to the game of the week. We have the Naked Streetwalkers against Ray Finkel's Winkle here, and actually, Ray Finkel's Winkle is favored by 22 points, but I think once these teams kind of fix their bye weeks and their injuries, it's going to be a lot closer than these projections say.
Yes, I agree, and that's why we picked this as game of the week, because if you look, both teams have 2 people on bye weeks, and I'm kind of excited to see what they do and what adjustments they make for their starting lineup, and see who makes better adjustments to capitalize on this win this week. So, it's going to be interesting.
Wesley Roundtree was actually just in town. His wife had a baby shower, so who knows? Maybe one of the girls gave him some elite quarterback or something that he could use. Because I'm actually picking him in an upset this week. I want the Naked Streetwalkers, telling you right here, are going to take down Ray Finkel's Winkle, deep throw it, or whatever they do.
Well, time will tell. That's a bold prediction.
All right. And thank you for joining us this week. Once again, we apologize about last week. I'm Big Banks Barfield.
And I'm Jeffro Lapp.
You take that to the bank.